Hey, it's me, Gottfried. Gottfried the Markness Leibniz. Don't adjust your whatever device you're listening on. It's me, live and in audio. Get a snack and settle in, because I'm about to tell you the story of my existence. More specifically, why you never heard or cared about me. If you're hearing this tape, it means you're one of the reasons no one has ever heard of me before. It all started with a friend, or at least I thought he was a friend. Isaac was my number one. We did all the math together. We'd spend hours upon hours honing our skills, developing a bond. When the time came for me discovering my own type of math, I called calculus. Well, Isaac didn't like it. This antisocial dick got jealous, spread some rumors that he had in fact discovered calculus first, and I was copying him. I enjoyed our time together, Isaac, but your actions started a downward spiral ending with my oblivion. Jennifer, we were best friends. When I was new to math, you helped me find my brain. I thought we had a deep bond. Jennifer, we did limits together. You taught me how to use a limit formula. But then you started doing them by yourself. You started breaking my heart. I miss you, Jennifer. Why did you have to betray me like this? The next person on the list didn't hurt me in a way you could relate to, but it still hurt nonetheless. Kevin, you and I used to be close, but I guess that was ruined as well. I don't know why you made the math list, or why you put me at the bottom. You and I discovered rate of change. I have no idea why you stole the credit when I found that the rate of change could be summed up with d over dx, otherwise known as a derivative. When you did that, you turned me into a tool, an object of everyone's intellectual desires, further isolating me from the school, you jerk. Despite all my problems in the world, I still felt safe, even happy at my home. It was my sanctuary, my place to do whatever I wanted without any judgment from my peers. I was wasting the time away with the derivative rules. I found new shortcuts for all different kinds of functions, until I heard noises outside. It continued for days. I knew you were watching me, Aaron. I even caught you one night. When I confronted you about it, you had the audacity to ask me to study with you. And when I refused, you released the pictures and made me the laughingstock of the school. I'm not mad that you released the photos, Aaron. I'm mad that you made me feel unsafe in my home. Mitch, you were a ray of sunlight cutting through the storm. I thought we could be friends, just you and me against the whole school. I invited you to my house to study for acceleration and velocity. d over dx was the start. We found the velocity with that. Further and further we went, we found acceleration with the second derivative. Man, we were so happy. You even started jerking around with the third derivative. Well, that was until Aaron sent out that picture of us. You were embarrassed even though no one knew it was us. Still, when someone joked that it was you, you panicked and told them that I had cheat sheets for calculus in my room. I gave you my trust, Mitch, and you broke it in half, then burned the remains. And because of you, I don't know if I will ever be able to trust anyone again. A day where everyone does all the math they want with no judgment. We had an algorithm that matched people best suited to help each other with the area they struggled with most. Brody, you called me. You sounded nice. I didn't need help. I just wanted to connect with someone. I needed to connect with someone. When you called and asked for help with the related rates, I could not say no. We met at the cafe. You were late. Why did I stay? You came on strong asking for help with finding out the rate of a cone decreasing its water volume. I gave you a way to do it, but you grabbed my work anyways. When I asked you to stop, you told me not to worry about it and to let it happen. I yelled at you to stop, and you pushed me and took my paper, and then you left. You violated me. I always got nervous whenever anyone even looked at my work. Now I stopped doing math with the group. I've completely isolated myself. Math class. It was the one place where I still felt accepted. I loved being there. I could go there and do math in peace without judgment. But you ruined this for me. It started with an act of kindness. You sat with me when I was at my lowest. I felt as though I had no one and nothing, but you were there, and you sat with me. You may not have talked, and you didn't force me to talk, you just sat there and made sure I wasn't alone. I don't know if you read too much into that or what, but you found me at lunch one day and said something you shouldn't have. It was stupid, Zach. You said a stupid thing, and I called you out on it. You must not be used to being denied something you want, because you stole the one lifeline I had left, that connected me to the rest of the world. Do you remember our boxes, Zach? Where we were supposed to put notes with tips or encouragement? Well, one day, I stopped receiving notes. I thought it was just an off day, but it happened again and again. It took me a while, but I eventually realized it was you. I didn't know how to make you stop. I couldn't talk to you in person, so I did the only thing I could think of. I wrote a note. I poured my heart and soul into the note, Zach. I described to you how I was discovering the derivatives of trigonomic functions, like how the derivative of sine x is cos x, and the derivative of cos x is negative sine x. I hid in the crowd and watched you read the note, but then you proceeded to break my spirit by crumpling it and throwing it in the garbage. School was a black hole, sucking the life out of me, killing all hope that things will get better. I took a chance on the Even Math Club. I thought I could start fresh with people who didn't know me at all. And that's where I met you, Ryan. I've seen you around before, but I never talked to you until the day you came up to me at Math Club. You encouraged me to present an equation. You even offered to help me make another one. Through years of studying, you helped me write an exponential function that explored and expressed my deepest, darkest feelings, and how the slope I'm sliding down keeps getting steeper and steeper and steeper. A few days later, this visualization of my heart and soul was posted on your newspaper. I couldn't believe it, so I ran home and checked my math diary only to find the pages missing. Ryan, you stole my deepest, darkest secrets and thoughts. Something that I thought would always be mine no matter what happened, and for that, you disgust me. Dylan, this is your turn. I know you're wondering why you're on this. How could you possibly be a reason? Well, the truth is, you're my only real friend. It started at the party, the one at the end of summer, the one you invited me to. I didn't want to go, but you encouraged me, said it would be fun. Unfortunately for me, I let you convince me that it was a good idea. Even more unfortunately, this beacon of hope would turn out to be the worst night of my life. When I got there, most people had already been drinking, and it was like everyone knew who I was. But no one knew what my reputation had become over the last year. I finally felt, well, normal. You got there soon after I did. We met up and started talking so fast it was as though we had been there for hours, just us. You asked if I wanted to go do some log functions upstairs where it is more quiet. I agreed, strongly. As we went, I got excited because I had never tried logs before, and you were the only person I could see myself being comfortable doing it with. You went in, you started to pull out your pen and draw the function. I was so excited and so nervous at the same time. And when you started to solve the equation, suddenly, Dylan, you weren't you. You were everyone else who has ever broken my trust. I didn't see you. I saw Newton, Aaron, Zach, Kevin, everyone. I freaked out. I yelled at you to get out. You argued, but I yelled even louder. The truth is, Dylan, I wanted you to stay. Why couldn't you stay? You could have changed everything. After Dylan left, I couldn't move. All I could do was sit there when Isaac walked in with Jennifer. I slid off the bed and hid under it while I listened to what happened. Isaac, you asked her to do math when she was clearly too intoxicated to do math, so you left. I stayed and I waited. After a few minutes, someone else came in. He put the pen in her hand and started finding the area under some graphs. At first, she was asleep, or at least pretending to be, but when he pulled out his second sheet of paper, I heard her tell him to stop, but he clearly didn't. Isaac, you came in to stop your friend, but you didn't try hard enough, because he pushed you out and you did not come back. Why didn't you come back? You could have stopped this, but I guess your friendship with him was more important to you than her intellectual safety. You may say I could have done something, but what? How could I have? I was frozen with fear and sadness. I couldn't move, but I could hear everything. I could see everything. After witnessing that horrible experience, I had to leave. All I wanted to do was to go home and cry. You offered to drive me home, Susie, and I am thankful for that. On the way, you insisted we play some music, so you picked up your phone and you were scrolling through your playlist. But your full attention was on your phone and you hit a stop sign. Why couldn't you stay with me to fix it? All it required was a simple integral equation. We knew where the sign flew and landed. We knew the equation of the parabola that followed. All we needed to do was take the antiderivative of f of a and subtract the antiderivative of f of b. We could have used the answer to put the stop sign back up so no one would be in danger of missing it. But as I was explaining this, you drove off. You were scared, I know. But when I left to tell the police, they said the accident was already reported, and one of the victims was in critical condition. He died, Susie, and you could have saved him. I could have saved him. But neither of us did, and an innocent person died because of us. There are tons of ways I thought about doing it. I thought about trading my calculator for a dictionary and focusing all my efforts on poetry. I also thought about destroying all of my technology and living in the forest for the rest of my life. Man, I even thought about numbing my pain with external stimulants. Whatever I decide, it doesn't matter now. What matters right now is you, Levin. You are my final reason. I have been walking, I don't know why, and I don't know how long. I had no destination in mind, I was just walking. Eventually, I found myself at your house, Levin. I heard noises, math party noises. I didn't want to go in. I knew I shouldn't, but somehow I found myself in the hot tub with others. I was happy, forgetting about my life. It was late. Soon they all left. I was about to go as well, but you jumped in, and you turned off the jets, and you started talking about tangent lines. You slowly got closer as you explained the wonders of finding rates of change of a function at a specific point. I told you I had to leave, and as while I was getting out, you grabbed my arm and told me you wanted to find tangent lines with me. You put a pen in my hand and gripped it so hard I could not let go. You forced me to draw graphs and find tangent lines at specific points on them. I thought it would be quick, but you kept going and going, and eventually I stopped resisting. I let you force math on me like you forced math onto Jennifer. When you left, I cleared my mind of any doubts. I was going to quit math forever.
One more chance. I have decided to give math one more chance. All I needed was anyone to support me. And I know I can't go on alone. I have no friends to do it, so I want you to know all I needed was your support. I brought my recorder into your office so you can know what you did wrong. If you don't, help me.
Hello, Godfrey. What can I do? How can I help you?
Nothing specific. I don't know why I'm here. I should go.
No, you're here now. Stay, let's talk a bit. I notice you seem isolated from the rest of your math group. Why is that?
It's just, I don't know what to say.
Godfrey, are you okay? You seem troubled, different, more closed off. Did something happen?
Well, I went to a math party at Levin's and... Never mind, this is a mistake.
No, go on. Did something happen at the math party? Did you find a question too hard?
Not that. Have you ever thought, why go on? I keep doing math.
Godfrey, don't talk like that. What happened at this party? Did someone give you a question that you didn't want? Did someone force you to do a question you didn't want to do?
Yes.
Godfrey, this is very serious. I need you to know all the details if I'm to proceed properly. Did he force you to do math?
Yes.
Did you tell him you didn't want to?
No, I didn't say it out loud.
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Is it possible you did say it was okay and forgot about it?
No.
Well, there isn't a lot I can do. You didn't say no, and want to give me a name, all I can say is, I'm sorry to be blunt, but maybe you just need to get over it, move on, and get on with your life.
I can't believe you just said that. I'm sorry I came here. I should go.
No, Godfrey, come back. We can still fix this.
I am waiting for you to come out. I need you to come out and not abandon me. Come out, please, and save my math career. You're not coming. I know what I have to do now. This is Gottfried Leibniz for the last time saying goodbye to math.